Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Oh my gosh, happy December 1st, you guys. It doesn't even feel like Christmas. It's time. I wouldn't say it's Christmas yet, but it's Christmas time, okay? We got so many people already putting up their Christmas trees, girl. Like, have you guys put up your Christmas trees at all? If you guys live in like a warm place, does it feel like Christmas? Because I had a friend who lived in Canada, so she was used to like the winter, the cold weather, like the lights, the reindeer, everything, the whole 9 yards. And then she moved to Florida, and then she went to Texas, so it doesn't really like feel like Christmas to her anymore because it's really warm. And I'm guessing if the people who live there, it feels normal to them, and that's kind of like what they've only known. I guess it's kind of weird. But if you if you guys are someone who like lived somewhere where you got snow, and then per se you went somewhere warm, does it feel like Christmas still, or does it feel a little odd? But if you guys have experienced that, let me know in the comments down below, because I am a tad bit curious. But today, before I start my rants on my stories and yada yada yada, let's just go over the basics for a second. If you guys are new, hi, how are ya? My name is Jamie. I'm also known as Simspiration here on YouTube, and most of the time when I do my builds, I am always doing either 50 by 50s or 64 by 64 lots, because why? I'm crazy and I like torturing myself apparently. I find it really hard to do like small builds. So today you're definitely gonna see me not do a huge castle, even though that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be doing the Arendelle castle from Frozen, and I didn't know what to build. I know before, like I mentioned on my last video, if you guys want to go check that out, I actually did a 5K home as a milestone challenge. And if you guys want to figure out what that challenge is, I did I guess I did like a description or kind of like explained how that goes. So if you are interested in that, I will put that in the description down below. I don't know what it is today, but you guys, I'm just like full of energy, but I'm not at the same time. So I'm sorry if I'm talking a little faster than usual. Your girl just needs to like breathe and relax. But as I was saying, my last previous video, I asked you guys whether you guys wanted like a winter build or like a Christmassy build, and you guys like way over was just like, nah girl, we want something like snowy, so like give us the snow. So my last milestone challenge build, I did like a snowy, escape build, but then I was like, nah, that's not enough. That's not Simspiration fashion. I am going to build like a giant stinking castle, and what better not to do it. Anything that goes with snow is Elsa and Anna and Olaf and Sven and Kristoff and the whole 9 yards. So you best know that while I was making this, I was watching Frozen 1, 2, like Frozen Beaver, the shorts, everything, the whole 9 yards to get myself in the complete Frozen mood. And that's all I'm gonna say, because girl, I spent so long making this build. It was super frustrating trying to figure out how this build is, but this is gonna be part 1, so we are gonna have 2 parts right now. The next one will come out on Monday, so if you want to follow and make sure that you stick around for that, make sure to press that little subscribe button. And yeah, it's free. I don't know why I called it subscribe button, but like it's a subscribe button. And apparently a lot of parents think that subscribing is not free. So I'm here to let you know that the subscribe button down below is free of charge. So make sure that you guys press that so that you guys are all up to date, and make sure to click that bell to get notified every time I make a video, which is basically twice a week. And hopefully this week I want to push out a lot more, you guys. Having a 5K right now now has lit a fire under my booty cheeks, and I just want to build all the time. So that is what I'm hopefully going to be doing. But enough talking, enough rambling on. Let me tell you guys what is going on. Now, for all of you guys who are new, maybe, I work in retail, and usually every day I'm getting some random new person come into the store and make my day a little bit more, what's the word I should say? Interesting, or, never dull, So there was a lady that came in. Actually, she didn't even come in. She called. So it was like, I don't know, like 9 in the morning. And at this point, I had to deal with so much stuff. There was so much things to do. And this lady calls, right? And she's like an older woman, and she like answers, and she was like, hello. And I was like, hi, can I help you? And she goes, yeah, do you have any foot cream, like peppermint foot cream? And I was like, yeah, like, okay. And she was like, okay, what sizes do you have? And I was like, I got like 100 mils, I got 125 mils, like, what are you looking for? And she was like, okay. She was like, no, I want like peppermint foot cream. Do you have it in like the jar? And I was like, yes, but there's like 2 different jars. There's one that's bigger and there's one that's smaller. And she's like, I don't care about the size. She's like, do you have peppermint foot cream? And I was like, yes, I do. I was like, I do. Yes, I do. And then she was like, is it there? I just want to know, is it there? And I was like, yes. And she was like, then what ones do you have? And I was like, oh my God. At this point, I just wanted to hang up the call. I don't care if you're having a bad day, woman. If you start talking to me like that and like talking to me like trash, or you yelling at me when it is 9 o'clock in the morning, girl, I am not a morning person. Do not try and pick a fight with me at 9 in the morning. I'm sorry. I will hang up on you. And so I was trying to tell her, I'm like, lady, I'm like, I'm trying to answer your questions. I'm sorry, but like, we only have the 2 in that like little container that you're looking for. We have one that's like 125, and then we got one that's 100 mils, but we do have the bomb. And she was like, I want to know, do you have the bomb? Is it peppermint? And I was like, yes. Oh my God. And she's like, okay, fine. Have a nice day. Thank you so much, dear. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what just happened? I got yelled at by an old lady, and then she's just like, okay, goodbye, dear. Like, are you okay? I don't know. But this happened at like 9 a.m. A lot of like our testers started like leaking. There was like so much stuff that was going on that was going wrong, and people kept coming in who were like bringing like weird stuff with them. So I had to like fix things, and oh my gosh. And my computer, as soon as I come home, my computer is like making the weirdest sounds, you guys. Like, I sent a video to my boyfriend because he's like a full computer junkie. And I just like sent to him, and I was like, hey, there's like a clicking in my computer. Do you know kind of like what's going on? And I didn't start hearing it until I started editing on DaVinci, which is the, the software that I use for editing. And even right now, as I'm talking, technically on my screen should be what I'm building right now. What you're seeing, I should be seeing as well, but it is just like, it is frozen. Mind the pun, but it is frozen right now, so I can't see anything. And it took me, which should have only taken me like 10 minutes to cut down and chop, it took almost 2 hours because my computer on DaVinci is like frozen and it won't work. So after that happened, I started hearing like clicking sounds on like in my computer. So Alex, my boyfriend, he thought that it was probably one of the fans. But we're not entirely sure because he doesn't live with me, so he can't like physically come see it because he lives 2 hours away. So I have to wait, but hopefully I can try and figure this out. We're gonna try a little bit more after I finish this recording. But it is super crazy, you guys. I don't know what's going on. It's just been a day for me. But I am okay. I am fine. It is good. I am above ground. I don't need to complain. And I've gotten almost all my shopping done for Christmas. I'm officially broke. And that seems about right. Like, are you guys done your Christmas shopping? Have you started? Do you have your tree up, your lights? I noticed my dad put up the lights in front of the house, which is looking really nice. I think it's really funny to see people put up their lights and there's like no snow yet, even though we'll get a lot of snow. Like, we had like a flash freeze last night and there's like ice everywhere and there's like trucks driving in front of me and they have no weight in the back of their truck, so they're kind of like sliding everywhere. I'm like, woo. And then, oh, that reminds me. The other day when I was driving home, there was like a person in front of me driving and they started like swerving like in and out of the lane. And I was like, okay, first off, I'm not going to go anywhere near you. I'm going to be like 50 feet back, but they started like swerving into the other lane. So I kind of like flicked my high beams and then they like saw it. So they kind of like slowed down and then went back in. But I'm like, either you were on your phone, you were falling asleep, or there was something weird and wacky in your system. Like, please be careful. I don't want people getting hurt in their car. I remember when I worked at my other job, I had a friend and he fell asleep at the wheel. Luckily, he's okay, but he was out for a while because he like ran right into a ditch because he fell asleep at the wheel. So if you are ever driving and you feel yourself that you are starting to doze off, if you're tired, girl, there's so many options. You can pull down the window. You can keep that down. Even if it is like -10, girl, keep that window down. Like, keep that window down. You can pull over to the side and just like maybe like take a second. You can always blast your music, which I do all the time, and force yourself to sing it so that you don't get tired, or, you know, just call someone, but make sure that they're talking to you and, you know, so you're not falling asleep. But if you are ever tired, please pull over to the side carefully and responsibly and find a spot and just either take a nap, do what you gotta do, but do not hurt yourself when it becomes driving when you are tired, because that is dangerous. It is a dangerous game. And I kind of noticed that I get really tired when I'm driving during the daytime, funny enough. Like, I find the sun to be quite like draining. Like, I find it to be quite it makes me sleepy. I don't know what it is. Like, it's not even nighttime, it's daytime. The sun makes me really tired. Maybe I'm a vampire? I'm not sure. But speaking of vampires, me and my boyfriend, I think we're on, what is it, season 6 now of the Vampire Diaries. So if any of you guys watch the Vampire Diaries, or if you haven't, please go watch it if you want to get some nice eye candy. I'm just telling you right now, girl. I'm telling you right now, if you want some nice eye candy, go watch the show. And it's such a good show. I remember showing my boyfriend at the first time, and Alex was like, is this gonna be like Twilight? And I was like, no. Trust me, watch it. And then as soon as he started watching it, he was like, oh, this is awesome. And I was like, yeah, it is. So yeah, so if you guys want to take a look at a show and you're wondering what to watch that show. Or if you're into like cartoons or anime or anything like that, I really like, what's it called? Maid-sama. Maid-sama is a good one. And I watch that constantly all the time, and I love it so much. But we are starting to get to the very end of the build, and if you guys want to check out Maid-sama, I will put a link in the description down below that has every single episode in the first season. I spent like $100 trying to get a DVD because they didn't put it on Netflix anymore, and I found the YouTube video with all of the episodes. So well, that was kind of a waste. And then when I tried to go to Comic-Con to meet the voice actor, he said he was gonna be there on the Sunday. I went on the Sunday and he wasn't there, and I was like, bruh. But I'm sorry if my voice sounds like a man today. I'm also like very scratchy. Being in retail, like I said before, I'm like talking every single day, like 8, 9 hours a day, and it's just like constantly, and my voice is very like, it is very strainy, and it's really bad, and I sound awful right now, but I hope you guys are enjoying the build. And if you guys do want to check out part 2 of my Frozen Arendelle Castle build, yeah, maybe please consider like, commenting, and subscribing, and make sure to click that little bell to get notified every time that I make a build. I usually try and post twice a week at 11 PST, and I think that is like 7 EST. I'm not entirely sure. Don't fact check me on that, but I hope that you guys like this video, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.